The Rotten takes place between Gourmand and Survivor's campaigns. To unlock him, you must complete Gourmand's food quest without crafting once. The campaign follows the story of the Rotten, a new slug cat. The Rotten's body is practically a walking corpse with only the rot keeping it half alive. How does the slug cat play, you might ask? The Rotten plays very differently from the other characters. He can't do a lot of things other slug cats can, like sliding, rolling, climbing up poles, standing up, throwing items, picking up items, eating, walking. Actually, you can't really do anything other slug cats can. In fact, you're only meant to use your mouse and the space key, or just one singular joystick if you're playing with controllers. Whenever you click anywhere on screen, the Rotten will unleash a tentacle that will try to grab onto the location you clicked, initiating a grapple. The farther away you click, the quicker you will move into that direction. The Rotten will permanently stick onto any surface it touches. You can only have one tentacle out at a time, and you can't cancel a grapple. You may think that this is already a pretty significant drawback. However, we haven't talked about his second main mechanic. As the Rotten, your food pips will be replaced by a bar. This represents your stability, and you must never let it reach zero. If you do, you will perma-die and you will have to restart from the beginning. Another thing you can't do as the Rotten that other slug cats can is dying. Whenever you receive any sort of damage, you will get a bit of your stability removed. This varies depending on the kind of damage. Like, I don't know, a rock does very little, while a spear can take half away if you aren't careful. When underwater, your stability is also drained. If you get caught in a predator's jaw, or you just want a bit more control over your movement, you can press spacebar to enter your Rotten formation. This formation will drain your stability bar very quickly though, so take that in mind. This form of the Rotten is very similar in appearance to Hunter Longlegs, and most creatures will run away from you, so you're gonna have to hunt them. Your character will always follow the direction of your mouse, moving a little bit quicker than a regular Daddy Longlegs. If you click anywhere on screen, the Rotten will attach all of its limbs into that location and will charge towards it in order to consume something. I also forgot to mention that whenever you receive any sort of damage that would otherwise be lethal to any other slug cat, your head will pop off. When this happens, your stability will turn red and will start getting drained very quickly. You will also take control over only the head that has been popped off. The head will move exactly like you do in your Rotten form, except even faster. If you click somewhere, the Rotten's head will leap into that direction. If you happen to land on a creature, you will set a patch of rot on top of it, which will neutralize it and make it drop your body. After this, you can reattach your head to your body and eat the neutralized creature. This potentially makes it a worthwhile strategy to get caught on purpose so you can have an easier time catching prey. However, you need to be quick so that you get a net positive stability. Consuming creatures will grant your bar a yellow segment that will automatically drain over time and will also be depleted quicker than your white stability. The only way to turn your yellow stability into white stability is to hibernate. And you don't need any food to hibernate, none at all. However, if you hibernate, 1/3 of your stability will be drained automatically, unless you have a high karma. Your karma is also dependent on how much stability you have. There are little black circles that fill up your white stability. You can have a total of 10 and you start with 5 that are equally distributed throughout your white bar. These stability pips will indicate how much karma you're gonna lose or gain when you hibernate, meaning you can gain or lose multiple karma levels in a day. You can still visit echoes as the Rotten if you have high karma. However, not only will your karma be increased, but the space between your stability pips will also be reduced, meaning you can gain or lose karma easier. In case you're wondering, eating a karma flower will add a little marker in the middle of your stability bar. As long as you don't let your stability go below that marker, you will have 1 extra karma. You begin your journey coming out of a big pipe. Ironically, you start in Journey's End. However, there are no signs of any other slug cats. The spawns and the map are the same as Gormon's. The rain will also work just like normal. You can visit Moon if you want to, but she won't really offer you much apart from new dialogue and a few neuron flies if you're a fucking monster. She will be pretty surprised if you give her cloak though. If you choose to visit Pebbles, he will discard you into a new area called the Scrapyard. This area is short and doesn't have any creatures. It only serves as a nice little gauntlet of platforming challenges before you reach the Promised Grounds.